So this is a dry roast of all the masalas. Like you need to put 1 star biryani, 1 bay leaf, 1 cardamom, 1 cinnamon stick, 1 clove, few coriander seeds, jeera seeds, coconut powder, curry leaves, 4 red chilies and 1 tomato. You need to dry roast all the seeds, and then just before you grind it, you can add a tomato, or you can put a little bit of water and then grind it to a fine paste. And then the Chettinadu masala will be ready, which you can add to your chicken later. So now we are going to start the preparation. So you take a frying pan, put some oil into it, and once the oil is heat, you can just add some few red chilies and a little bit of chopped in garlic, and then fry it for some time. So after this, you can actually add in some chopped onions to this, and then fry until it is golden brown. So in order for the onions to cook faster, you can add some salt, so that it will actually, the moisture will come out of the onions, and then it will allow us to cook faster. So after the onions have actually fried in for some time, and it's become a little bit brown, what you can do is you can add a little bit of ginger garlic paste into this, 2 spoons of ginger garlic paste. And you can also see that the ginger is already, which we have added earlier, is starting to cook nicely. And then you can just mix this nicely and then wait until the raw smell actually goes out. Only after that you can add the next ingredient, but just wait until all the raw smell of the ginger garlic paste goes away. So after a little bit of time, once the raw smell starts to get out, you can add the most important spice of India, the turmeric. You can add a little bit of this and then just mix it all nicely. And then I'm not going to add in the chicken yet, because there's little bit of raw smell still there, so I'll just wait for a couple of minutes, and then I think we are ready to add the chicken after that. So now the chicken is ready to be added to this mixture. I'm going to add it all nicely and then mix it all well, and then spread it evenly across the pan. And we are not going to add the masala at this point of time, because the masala is already roasted, so we can add it after this chicken is actually cooked for some time. After that we can add the roasted masala. When the chicken is in this consistency, what you can do is you can add the paste. I'll show you the paste here. So this is how it has to be, and there is a nice aroma coming from the spices of the chettinad as well. So what you can do is you can add the complete paste to the chicken here. And then I've already added a little bit of water and tomato to this paste while grinding itself. So that's the reason it is a little bit wet. You can add the complete paste to the chicken, and you will be noticing that we have not added any chili powder or anything like that. It is not required, because this is a specific type of style called the Chettinad chicken, where this ground paste is the most important ingredient. So I've added it here. So I have mixed all the masala together in the chicken, so you can see that it will be like this after you have done that. And also what I've done is I've added a little bit of water to the paste what I've ground here, and I'm adding that as well, so that nothing is getting stuck to the grinder or it is wasting. And then it will be at this particular state after adding the complete masala. So at this point of time, what you can do is you can just mix everything together, and I can already feel the aroma coming out from the chicken. So just leave it like that. Allow it to cook it on a slow flame for around 30 minutes. Just close it with a nice lid. And then but the important thing to remember here is you have to keep stirring in the middle, otherwise it will get stuck to the bottom of the pan and it might get burned. So I'm going to just leave the chicken without disturbing it too much for half an hour, allowing to cook it on a low flame. For the chicken to cook a little bit faster, what I've done is I've added around half a glass of water, and then so that it will boil nicely, and it will help it to cook the pieces quite well. So you can just add it and then leave it to cook for. So I've allowed it to cook for around 20 minutes now. So now you can see the chicken is almost nearly done. So as I've told you before, you just need to keep ensuring that you've just ensure that it is not sticking to the bottom. And this is how it looks after 20 minutes. So it's nearly done, but let's just leave it for another 10 minutes to again cook on slow flame so that it will be perfect. So that is it. The chicken curry is ready, and it is it's looking all good and done. So I will show you just a piece of chicken, so how it is cooked. You can see that it is good, and I'm going to turn off the stove in a minute. Let me just try to break a piece of chicken and show you how cooked it is. So you can see that it is all done, and I'm going to turn off the flame now. So you can try this recipe and then let me know how it's come out for you, and enjoy the chicken after you do it. So this curry goes well either with plain rice or with naan, chapati, bread, any bread types. Enjoy your curry.